forum for today. My name is JESNITA FARID and I'm the moderator for today. We are here together today to witness a forum about ethics is there for any profession. No one can fall to ignore in life. Firstly, I would like to thank everyone to come to the forum for today. Our topic for today will be discussed by our well-known expert. Before we start our forum, I would like to introduce to you our panel for today. The first panel is Professional Accountant FATIN ATHIRAH binti MAHAMAD ZAIDI. The second panel is Certified Public Accountant NOOR SYAZWANI binti MAHAMAD. And the last panel is our Professional Auditor Ms. Hasleyani binti Hassan. As I know, this is the article by KPMG where the article is about One Malaysia Development BERHAD, 1MDB. Is it true that 1MDB has 3 auditors since it started operation several years ago? As far as I know, the issue of interest are related to the subject matter of auditor switching, and the audit failure allegation made against its 2 later auditor, which is KPMG and Deloitte. So, ethical conflict arises when there is no unity between the team member and share ethical properties. So, panel 1, can you tell me more about the ethical conflict that involved in this article?
Okay, thank you, moderator, for the question. For the case, KPMG disagree with what I did. Suggestion that KPMG has systemically against the management of 1MDB, and they confirmed that KPMG also did not receive a single cent from the money absorbed by 1MDB. Okay, and this case made ethical conflict happen when a different lawyer accused KPMG of taking a long time to sign the audit because KPMG distorted the audit, but they denied because they was being professional to sign the audit until the report obtained a strong evidence. Okay, and lastly, the decision of ethical conflict in the case happened when KPMG made a choice to always be honest in auditing because KPMG goes to not receive a single cent from any party and cannot give private information to the other. Okay, that's all from me, moderator.
Thank you, Panel 1. So, as an auditor, we must always follow the standard and always be honest for any decision that we have made. Okay, moving on to the ethical dilemmas. Ethical dilemma arises when a problem in the decision process is absolutely acceptable from any ethical perspective. So, Panel 2, can you tell us what is the relationship between the article with ethical dilemma?
Okay, first of all, thank you for moderator. Okay, based on my opinion, for ethical dilemma in the article, ethical dilemma is a problem in the decision-making process between 2 possible options, right?
Yes.
Moderator. So, in the article that I can discuss and explain, we can see for KPMG business partner, Dato' Johan Idris was treated from former Finance Minister Dato' Seri Najib Razak in asking him to sign the audit report in 2013 for financial statement. But Dato' Johan Idris had not signed the audit report because 1MDB had not provide the information request from KPMG. So the trick give auditor KPMG a dilemma choosing between to not sign the audit report because the audit report does not have enough dividend, or to sign the audit report because auditor feel treated. So the auditor from KPMG initially a dilemma in choosing, and they lastly auditor choose a positive decision. So they would not affect the auditor responsibility and auditor unprofessional attitude. So this article give an example that ethical dilemma can we give moral for us. So in the article 1MDB and KPMG give a moral for us. So that's all for me.
Okay. So we must always have enough evidence before we make any decision, and with this will make us be a honest and a professional person. So Ms. Hasleyani, what is the conclusion as an auditor for you to share with us here about this article?
Okay, first of all, I want to thank you, moderator. Okay, as the question of moderator, one conclusion that we get from article KPMG is KPMG has agreed a statement valued at 333 million ringgit Malaysia to resolve of the claim that related to its fiduciary duties on auditing Malaysia Development BERHAD, as we know 1MDB, account for the period 2010 to 2012. Okay, for based on the panel 1, Ms. FATIN, and panel 2, Ms. ISMA, after we can see the decision after going through recently, this clarified Auditor General report on 1MDB and other relevant document that we have from by the previous management 1MDB added. Ethical KPMG can summarize the issue is the statement can claim stated initially Ernst & Young was appointed to 1MDB account, but it had not able to conclude its audit due to lack of sufficient appropriate audit evidence. Then respect to fair value and recoverability of 1MDB purpose investment. Okay, that's all for me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Without further ado, let's move to the second part. We will continue with ZHULIAN Corporate BERHAD Annual Report. ZHULIAN Corporation BERHAD founded at Penang, 1989 by Mr. Teo Beng Seng, where it's expanded all across the Malaysia, Thailand, Indonesia and Myanmar. Now, the board of directors was Haji Wan Mansor bin Wan Omar, which is the director for now, and the financial year for this company is 30 November 2021. As far as I know, corporate governance is a system by which companies are directed and controlled. So I will continue with our panel 3, Ms. Hasleyani. If you don't mind, could you tell us what is the relationship of CG in this company?
Okay, thank you for the question, moderator. Okay, what the relationship between corporate governance or CG with ZHULIAN Corporate Corporation is follow the latest of corporate government in 2008, which is MOHD and we know describe corporate governance as the managing the risk of temptation and mitigation any individual from maximize his or her interests. Okay, that's all for me.
Okay, so if we have company or any business, we must ensure that our business is following a process or structure that will lead to success. If I'm not mistaken, the vision for ZHULIAN Corporation BERHAD is to improve a business model of high quality, value for money product that will empower entrepreneur success, as well as helping the community. As for the vision, helping others strive toward better living while bringing out beauty and promoting wellness among communities. So, panel 1,
Yes.
I would like to ask what will happen if ZHULIAN does not follow the mission and vision of this.
Okay, I like the question, and thank you, moderator, for the question. Okay, if ZHULIAN do not follow the mission and vision, there will be a bad image for the company, and there will be convincing customer for the production, and it will be evaluated in a bad way. Next, it will be a negative impact to reputation of the company, and the misagreement between vision and mission can put at risk for the future prosperity of the company. That's all from me for the mission and vision if ZHULIAN does not follow.
Okay, thank you, panel 1. I believe that ZHULIAN Corporation BERHAD have applied corporate social responsibility or CSR in their company. Ms. Isma,
Yes.
you as a CPA, what is your thought about CSR in this company? And do you agree with the company how they manage the risk?
Okay, two questions for me, right? Okay,
Yes.
first question for corporate social responsibility for ZHULIAN company. As you know, CSR is a plan, strategy and set of objective and action that makes a business responsible of its action. So, relationship CSR in the ZHULIAN company is allow company to continue commitment by business to behave ethically, and they contribute to economic development while improve the quality of life of the workforce. So, for the next question, how to manage the risk in ZHULIAN company? All business have risks that are challenge for them. So it's not valid if ZHULIAN company not has risk for them to run as business. In my opinion, ZHULIAN company can manage credit risk and competition from e-commerce. For credit risk is the possibility of loss resulting from borrowing failures to repay a loan. So ZHULIAN company should know your customer is a type of regulation that is imperative in specific sector such as financial services. Okay, next, for competition from commerce, ZHULIAN company should require understanding the different business between the company and other company. If a competitor offer lower price than ZHULIAN, ZHULIAN company may attempt to sell at their price point. So, if ZHULIAN company manage the risk of the company, they will maintain their profit sale for the future. That's all for me. Thank you, moderator.
Thank you. I'm so impressed with your answer. So moving on, Ms. Hasleyani, as far as I know, as an auditor, you must have reviewed all the audit report. Is it true?
Yes.
So can you tell us about element in CSR that is provided in this company?
Okay, for sure, moderator. Thank you. Corporate social responsibility, or we know as CSR, can apply in ZHULIAN Corporation BERHAD, which is a marketplace. Marketplace is a promoting business ethic and fair competition. For example, to uphold positive business ethic, besides ensuring its business operation total compliance with Prohibition Direct Sale Act 1993 or DSAM, which is a Direct Selling Associated Malaysia. Okay. For ethical value, we can promote throughout seminar or training session, or other method is media social for company. Okay. For other side, we can apply community. For community, we can transforming people life to betterment. Okay. For the way can we absorb the community is the way the community can also convey good thing from time to time. Not only like that, but it can also define good unity such charity organization in the event. Okay. That's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So, panel 1,
Yes.
what is the conclusion or summarize that you can give by this article?
Okay. For the conclusion, after all the research that we have done, ZHULIAN Corporation BERHAD have to follow the standard in annual report. And not only that, ZHULIAN have to conduct the operation parallel with vision and mission on corporate governance, with corporate social responsibility. As we can see, the part of corporate social responsibility of concern is creating a better quality of the future generation. And for the summarize, ZHULIAN Corporation BERHAD, the company have to follow the best practice throughout corporate governance, and for the board director, they have to responsibility to the governance of their company. And lastly, to the shareholder role in governance is to appoint the director and the auditor should certify themselves that an appropriate governance to structure in its place. That's all from me, and thank you, moderator.
Thank you, panel 1. So, time is running out now. I would like to conclude that to ensure the sustainability of a business, we must be honest and professional in our work. I hope this photo will help you guys in the future. That's all from us. Thank you.
Thank you.